Really not so good. Really not so good. Whoops. Seems like I accidentally did that. So I apologize for all the trouble. I was having some issues here and there. Oh, jeez. Oh, great. Might need to edit this just a little bit. Oh, well. So I'm still not very good at any of this. Forgive me. I just don't know how to deal with any of this issue. And still figuring things out. So don't mind the previous live stream. I was testing some things out and it turned out to be a great big failure. So please ignore that. So I'm not live. I don't know how I feel about this, honestly speaking. As I am not very good at this whole technology thing. But yeah, this is kind of like my setup. Hope you guys like this stuff. And please don't grill me for it. I am such a simp for a couple of the characters that you see on here. So let me go get the drinks. Unfortunately, I have been trying my best to ensure that they look nice. I don't know. As you know, don't mind about this, as it is unnecessary. But yeah, this one is the... Turn up the lights. Chocolate strawberry blast. So the Sakura part is just a name from Sakura herself, but yeah. Looks really nice, but I'm not going to use the straws that you see right here. Because, yeah. Might be those really nice plastic ones that will decompose easier, but it'll take a long time before that'll even achieve. So we're just going to go a little more environmental friendly. Ta-da! A metal boa straw. The only issue is I'm very confident in my boba cup popping skills. But let's just go for it. I don't want to explode it. Yeah. I think I might have to use one of the straws. Not very confident. There we go. So from what I can actually tell, it's it's actually really not that bad. It's supposed to be some sort of slurry. But, well, this was like a couple of weeks ago, and they began melting in the car that I was in. So I had no choice but to freeze them. Please don't mind about that face you just saw. It's nothing necessary. But yeah, this is what it looks like. Interesting, isn't it? Ooh. Still working on the lighting details. But yeah. Very interesting flavor, to be honest. Would be better if I actually got the fresher ones, but this was like a week ago. I was really busy with like some real life situations, so yeah. I apologize. I'm really not that good. I have tried almost everything to make sure that it tastes nice. But yeah, things didn't go as planned. And these guys will melt incredibly fast. So I have to I have to drink these as soon as possible. But yeah, this is a strawberry chocolate blast. Pretty tasty. Oh, now I know what it reminds me of. Reminds me of those cakes I had whenever my parents bought them for me. Since I'm Asian myself, so they got the Asian style types of cake, which is really different from American cake. I can assure you, I've tasted American cake and it was so ridiculously sweet. I wasn't a big fan of it, but I do love Asian styled cakes instead. Perfect ratio and balance of sweetness and tartness, and just brings out the flavor and everything. So we're gonna move on, drop this off, and try another one. So the store that I went to actually got both strawberry sesame blast and the strawberry chocolate blast. So lucky. I did call up a couple of other stores and they kept telling me that they either have one or the other. And that was a big pain. But I managed to get the one. Oop. A little bit of ice frost growing there. But I managed to get both flavors. So let's try them both out. As per usual, I do not trust myself in popping them. Straw to the rescue. Whew. Still got that strawberry in it. Delicious. So yeah, they also got melted because they had previous ice in here, so it became into like this weird little thing. This is how it looks. Yeah, I know, not really good lighting. This is the strawberry sesame blast. Let's try it out. Ooh, ooh. Usually sesame don't taste like anything, but this is really good actually. Strawberry goes well with the toasted sesame. Super delicious. The chocolate one was a bit too, I don't know how to put into words, but it just tastes just like those cakes that I would get from an Asian bakery. But this one, it kind of feels like it has a very mature taste to it. Could it be a representation of Yae Sakura and the Hersher of corrosion? probably. But it has like this really mature taste to it, and it's very good. I like this one. A couple of my friends that I gave to said they prefer this one over the Futoon Purple Yam Swirl. I don't blame them. It's really hard to digest some of the flavors. Okay, we're gonna move on to the last one now. Ooh. I really do not trust my skill in popping them open. Hope I can finish all of them before they go bad. And now, time for this one. Futoon Purple Yam Swirl. So, I looked up on the ingredients on the two drinks. So, they actually mix it with ice, which is the reason why it looks so watery and everything, but yeah, it's just very unusual tasting. Okay. Let's eat or drink. Ah! Oh my god. I swear this is not turning into an ASMR thing, okay? Rarely any of my friends would prefer this. So I ordered 16 of these guys. 8 Futoon 8 Futoon Purple Yam Swirl, 6 Sakura Sesame Blast, and 2 Chocolate Blast as well. And yeah, I gave some of them to my friends because, well, I couldn't exactly drink all 16 of them myself. And they were willing to try it out. A couple of them did not like the Futoon Purple Yam Swirl. Others were basically like, they prefer the Sakura Blast instead. Although they did say that the sesame didn't have a whole lot of flavor into it. I think it did. Who knows? People get different tastes. But yeah. It's not actually supposed to look like this. When I first got them, the purple was more vibrant. It's just that the cream you see on top of right here, that's the cream. I later learned by looking up what's in this ingredient. The ingredients that make this drink is actually lactose-free cream. So lactose is actually what makes a lot of us pretty much get sick if we eat this or drink it. Cheese doesn't hold a lot of it in it because it's fermented and a little more easier to digest. Yogurt and ice cream is a little bit hard to digest, but straight up raw milk is, you're practically almost asking for being in the bathroom for a while. But as long as you try and feed yourself with anything lactose for a long while, you should be able to keep the bacteria that help digest anything dairy. So yeah, this is like a little fun fact for you all. So I will say this actually. It's very hard to get the yam flavor down because it's very, how do I put it? Not very. There's hardly any yam flavor in it. Even if you were to eat the actual yam, there's barely any flavor in it. So it was really hard, and I really think they did an amazing job to bring out the flavor of the yam. And I love this drink. I don't hate either one of them, but I do have to say that the Sakura chocolate blast is Sakura strawberry chocolate blast is my least favorite, but it was still pretty good. The one, then the one in the middle I like is the Sakura strawberry sesame blast, and then the Futun purple yam swirl is definitely my favorite, since it's really hard to bring out the flavor of yams out, especially because they have the cream as well. The cream doesn't actually hide the flavor; it brings it out and mixes well together. A perfect blend. It's just really good. It's really good stuff. So you're wondering why I have the royal milk tea. So I had that for a very long time. Don't worry, I didn't refrigerate it or anything, and it's still pretty good because canned stuff can last for a long time. So I'm practically safe. It's just that the drinks, I have to finish them as soon as possible. And yeah. So you're wondering about the straws. So they didn't know whether I was going to order it just for myself or for a bunch of other people. But yeah, they gave me about 16 straws. And if you can see in the background, they gave me some very special scratch-off tickets. This is what it looks like. It has there we go. So it has Callan, the bio nun Callan, as you know, the one in the boss that we have to fight, where elemental damage does nothing to her, but only physical damage. Genshin's really gonna have it rough. And then there's Bronya. She's so cute. And Project Bunny right there. And then there's Yae Sakura. They're so beautiful. I love the characters in Honkai Impact 3rd. Yes, just because I'm a girl doesn't mean I would love to play games like this. After all, who doesn't want to be like this super strong and super cool saviors of humanity and Earth who gain really mysterious powers? Well, not mysterious, since it's really just Honkai energy that's boosting them. Of course, not at a very dangerous level, but still. But yeah, so there's 13 of the cards that I have as of right now. The 3 others, you're probably wondering, where did they go? I would only be using one, is because I have 2 accounts, as you probably know. One account is the account that I main with and had for a very long time. I joined when the elves were becoming a thing, when Jingwei and Blood Embrace had those tiny little forms of them. I wasn't able to get them at first since I was still a very low level captain, but after a long time, I managed to get them. Jingwei is nearly fully starred and everything. And I'm going to work on Blood Embrace on a later date. I'll try and get the other elves once I get most of the Valkyries, because MiHoYo is getting better and better at making their animations and new cool characters. Can you believe that you can pretty much say that Fischl is not actually a canon bow user, since it's like, probably seen the story and everything of when it happened, is that it's more like a fantasy-like game. Whoops! Dropped them. And then there's also the fact that not a lot of Genshiners came over to Honkai just for Fischl and to main her, and then start complaining about how come Fischl isn't as good as in Genshin. And I'm like, hey, if you like her that much, just start playing Honkai instead. And people get all salty about that, and it's just annoying, really. If you don't like how Fischl is being played, then you really shouldn't main her at all. Because if you really do want to main Fischl, you would have to like her regardless, as she is a baby and is precious and needs to be protected. Hear that? Must be protected. And, well, I guess I'm getting a little off topic, since this little feud between Honkai and Genshin fan bases is just really nuts, honestly speaking. I'm in both, as some of you probably know from my Twitter account at Fuhuaism. I made that account as somewhat of a joke, and just to say, yeah, let's follow Fuhua because Fuhua is amazing. And Phoenix is the hottest thing there is, really. It became quite a meme. So, anyways, enough with the off-topic stuff. So, these scratch-off cards have yet to be, scratched off and be used, of course, since I only used 3 of them. One of them for my free account, one of them for my main, and then one of them for actually a pupil that I have on Honkai. I will not be telling any of you who, as, we're not that close enough, but still, they were my first pupil because I was a really shy person, so I never really had a sensei to teach me anything about Honkai, so I just had to learn as I go. And that got me to, just do whatever MiHoYo tells you to do, and whatever works is whatever works. Because after a while, you would pretty much going to have to get the correct stigmas and weapon for your character, or else it won't work. Because it's just, set up that way. While in Genshin, you can pretty much mix and match and see what happens. Basically, a surprise and everything, but yeah, it's really hard, especially when you have so many accounts. I know, I haven't been updating on my free accounts for standard banners. I just really kind of need to take a break from almost everything, but I can't, because oh my god, are these video games really just bringing out so much uniqueness to their own companies and such. For Honkai, it's the amazing animation. For Genshin, it's just how fun it could be. And then I play a lot of other gacha games. Somebody please save me from this hell. So, besides Genshin and Honkai that I play, I also play Disney Twisted Wonderland, Tokyo Disney, and Disney itself. Please do not come after me just because I play Disney Twisted Wonderland, which is only a Japanese server thing. I play it because it's awesome and the story is just amazing. And I love the 2D, 2.5D animation. It's pretty amazing. And as you can see here. Oops, sorry, Xiao. So this is So Xiao is my husbando in Genshin. You might be wondering why I like him. He's a moody adeptus. No, he actually has a lot of background story and is such a baby. If you've seen some of his interactions, he's just very curious about humanity, but doesn't know how to really express himself. As well, he's like a child, basically. Child in adult form. Oh, God. This kind of reminds me of The World is Still Beautiful, Livius, the main character, the little bratty Sun King. And then there's Lilia Von Rouge from Disney Twisted Wonderland. It's also I'm pretty sure you could tell by the art. It seems very familiar, doesn't it? Yeah, so the art style, the one who made this art, basically in character, is actually the same author for Black Butler. Yes. No, that's the reason why they look so awesomely cool in there. And I like Lilia because he's just like this really nice old man, a grandpa that I could just like run into his arms and just complain about what happened to me. And he would listen in and just give me wise words of wisdom. Probably not very good half of the time. But his cooking is to be feared. Don't even try it. But yeah, I do like him because he's such a nice old man. Okay. That's enough for that one. Oop. Straws. And just a random lollipop. I didn't decide to like move it or anything. It's just a random lollipop here and there. And these are origami roses. So this rose that I'm currently holding in my hand is not made with origami paper. It's actually just regular old paper. Just regular old paper printed with sakura blossom on it to look like one. It wasn't really good, to be honest. And no, I wasn't the one who did this. A friend of mine did. Because they felt like, well, I don't have any origami paper, so I'm just going to make it myself. Which didn't go out well. Yes, you can use regular old paper for origami, but I don't recommend it that much because it's way too stiff. And the last one you'd probably see right here. Oops, sorry, Xiao. Is something very special. I am not sponsored by them, nor am I sponsored by Disney Twisted Wonderland or Sangaria, who makes the royal milk tea, or by Kung Fu Tea, or by Genshin, or even Honkai, or even the company that made this very lovely sake cup. No, I don't drink. But yeah. I just like the cup itself because it's so pretty. And this is actually, it changes colors depending on the heat and the cold. I got the one that does the cold and heat. So as of right now, since my room is very cold, as it is in the middle of winter, summer, so my room is practically cold. So it's very light blue. But when it's in like a really neutral state between hot and cold, it'd just be like this almost invisible pink or blue. But because my room is very cold, you can barely see the blue. But yeah. It's made by Sakura Lovers. Go check them out. And no, I'm not sponsored by them either. Or anything. I wish I could, but I'm not too sure since my channel is very small and everything. But yeah, they make amazing things over there. And yeah. I'm not a very good decorative person. I'm just thought I would mix them together because they would look really cute and show off how much of a simp I am. It's very embarrassing, but yeah. So, how do I exactly hand out these 13 lucky winners? So I suppose just go on to my Twitter account at Fuhuaism. You can search me up on Twitter. And you don't have to follow or repost it. You can just pretty much just like my newest post about how to. I'll just post it online on social media and tell you guys how to get them, basically. But yeah, go on Twitter, like the post, and totally be fine with whoever the winner is. Just remember that the scratch-off cards only work in Canada and the USA. So if you can make an account for global, then it should be fine. I am not too sure if Europe can actually. No, I don't think it works. But yeah, just probably do the global and you'll be fine. But yeah, this is what it looks like behind. But yeah. So the reason why I had a hard time trying to set up the live stream is because, well, YouTube is being. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I can't say a word about that, or else YouTube would not like that. But yeah, YouTube was just being kind of rough on me, so I had to try other ways to live stream, but it worked out all in the end. So now I can live stream like this and show it off and tell you how I feel about the drinks. They're very delicious. All of them are incredibly delicious. I can't hate them. I'm a foodie type of person, so there's barely any types of food that I hate. The ones that I do hate are it's because I'm just a picky eater. But I do like the drinks and they're very tasty and I enjoy them very much. I'm definitely going to go back for more. Oh, speaking of which, I didn't show you guys the stickers that I got. One moment, please. Might need to. Oh dear. One moment, as I will be getting the stickers out. So be patient with me. I'm still very brand new in all the streaming stuff. I did this because I was wondering if you guys wanted to know what I think and what the drinks are like. Since, yeah, a couple of you guys don't even live either in Canada or the United States. So yeah, I am a really nice person despite how blunt I can get sometimes, but I really hate it. That part of me. I'm talking too much about myself. So, oops. Seems like I placed the stickers elsewhere. One moment. But yeah. Da, 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 da. Look at this. It is the stickers that I got with the 16 drinks. Yeah, you might be asking, why did you do this? And I'm like, because it's worth it. What isn't worth it with the collab between two of my most favorite things ever? Boba tea and Honkai Impact 3rd. This is the best collab ever yet. So it seems like they decided to put in their S rank, their newest ones, or well, everybody got an S rank except for Ai-chan and Yae Sakura. Yae Sakura is in her Flame Sakitama. What was it called? I don't have the outfit, so I don't remember that much. So yeah. And then wait, I forgot. No. Durandal doesn't have her S rank battle suit on. So yeah. There's Bronya. There's oops. So this is Bronya, her Sure of Reason battlesuit. Bianca, aka Durandal, in her Valkyrie Gloria outfit, battlesuit. Then there's Lee in her Stygian Nymph battlesuit. And then there's Kiana Kazlana in her Siren / her Sure Void. I can't spoil it because some of you might want to, well, play it yourself, but yeah. And then there's Rosalia and her twin sister, Lilia. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. And they're like the perfect duel. But it was so sad when I heard about, like, when I saw Delta's story, like, oh my god, I am going to go into war with World Serpent at this rate. And then there's Rita and her other S rank battlesuit, which is quite strange because this Rita isn't the same Rita we know with the Argent Knight battlesuit. Because she's like this. She is the Rita we know, but at the same time, it isn't Rita. And then there's Kalin Kazlana and her S rank battlesuit, the 6 Serenade. I always keep mixing it up with Blue Serenity. I don't even know why. Well, probably because she's blue and the Serenade and the Serenity parts gets me like mixed up. And Himeko! It's Himeko Sensei. Oh my gosh. And the last lesson destroyed me. And if you guys saw the new chapter, I am going to go into war with MiHoYo for this. I'm just joking. Please don't hate me, MiHoYo. Please don't send police after me. I'm really just joking around. But yeah, MiHoYo did a good job with the death scenes. Oh wait, shoot, I shouldn't be saying such things. But yeah, they did a really good job on Himeko's story and everything. I really enjoyed it, and I cried. But yeah, thank you, Himeko. We will change the story into what we want. But yeah, that's the lesson she taught us. And then there's Fu Hua, which is also pretty strange because she's almost just like Rita. This is the Fu Hua we know, but at the same time, the Fu Hua you see right here is actually a different Fu Hua. It's a personality created by the will of the Honkai because Fu Hua practically abandoned her body since her consciousness was more or less put into Kiana. So this Hersher was born. But really, she's just an innocent little child and just wants to make people proud and be praised. And just, well, like any other child. So I will tell you this. My parents weren't exactly the best. They were more or less like toxic, but yeah. You always want to make sure that your child grows up to be a splendid adult, as we're not always going to be there to hold their hands. But yeah. Skipping, since I'm going a little off topic right now. And yeah. And now, next off, we have... Ooh, if it isn't Teresa. This outfit, the Celestial Hymn, it's actually very beautiful and I like it. Truth to be told. I don't have her battle suit yet. I know, I don't have it, and I need it because the bio non-Callan battle suit / boss is really destroying me in the department right there. So yeah, I try my best to. I'm going to try and get her next. And now we have our lovely Yae Sakura. Sakura is such a wonderful background story. To be honest, her and Callan's love story is kind of the reason why I would really wanted to play Honkai. I did see the ad for Herrscher Void, Kiana, but I couldn't join because I was like, this looks like I need to get a lot of gigabytes. And it was true. I needed a lot of gigabytes for it. I had it, luckily enough, but of course, I didn't download everything, so I wouldn't suffer. Next up is... Oh no! If it isn't our lovely and beautiful May Raiden herself, the Thunder Queen, or Lightning Queen, however you want to put it, because lightning is the light that you see that's getting struck down to the ground, as for thunder, it's just a sound of lightning itself, as lightning will travel faster than the sound itself, so it just became like a separate thing. But yeah, I hope that May and Kiana one day make up and just be in a relationship again, because oh my god, I will fight Kevin if Kevin and both that blonde jerk Oto gets into the way of their love. But then again, Oto is like a cockroach that won't die that easily, and I will see to it that Oto will pay for what he has done. And then next up, we have our lovely little Ai-chan, our salty little cabbage that won't give up the crystals for us. The rate here is so bad. The rate for gacha is just super salty. Literally salty. Which is how Salty Tuna was born. But yeah. And this is the logo for the collab that they have. It is Kiana in her Moonbeam Knight battle suit holding a boba tea with Kung Fu Tea's symbol on it. Now you're wondering why there's an empty spot right here. Do not worry, it's actually the same sticker. It's just that I gave this to a friend of mine as payment, unfortunately, but I'm not mad at that since it's kind of what I get. But yeah, they took it and I'm not mad about it, but they do have to go grab the tea for themselves next time. So yeah, I got all 16 stickers minus one since I gave it away, and 13 scratch off tickets minus 3 since I used 2 of them for myself and 1 of them for my pupil that I have in Honkai, since they were my first and I wanted to thank them for everything, for my shenanigans and such. Okay, so this live stream is over now, since I kind of have to get going now, and the drinks are gonna go bad very soon. So yeah, so thank you for joining my stream, and I hope you guys enjoy yourself. I will post out on Twitter at Fuhuaism about how to get them properly. So yeah, see you guys then. Bye.